Madden football brings you the...
Who will punch the fourth and final ticket to the conference championship round? We'll know soon enough as we are underway here on a January afternoon.
And no run back on the opening kickoff. It'll come out to the 25.
So out come the Seahawks now for their first possession. And they'll be led out by their third-year quarterback. Throwing to start the drive. Bell.
And he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home. Chase Young
showing his strength and quickness there, a loss of 4. So a tough early challenge here, second and long after the sack. Back to throw. Bell. It's caught. Block it. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation. I think defensively you're okay with that. You're in the first quarter. He's going to get some catches, but they rally to him quickly.
And that's what you count on. And I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long?
Under pressure, and down he goes.
Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss. What a great job getting pressure here on the first drive. 3 plays and already 2 sacks.
And that pressure has been intense right from the beginning. And I'm telling you, if they don't make an adjustment in play calling and protection, it'll go from intense to relentless.
Fielded at the 33.
And that'll be a return of 12 following a very nice punt. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. So here are the Commanders making their way out.
And trotting out there leading them is their 4th-year quarterback.
And he and his team, they were the beneficiaries of a first-round bye earned by a tremendous regular season. He'd been a little bit nicked up so he could use the rest. And I'm sure his teammates felt the exact same way. But now it'll be interesting to watch their first few drives in this one. Because sometimes getting the rest is great, but sometimes you accumulate a little bit of rust as well. Maybe they come out flat, and they can't afford that in the postseason.
And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Powell to the air on 1st and 10. Going right back to Dodson.
And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Over the middle to Smith.
And the Commanders are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line. Another throw for Howell.
Touchdown!
Jahan Dotson
from 4 yards out.
And the Commanders are on the board first here in this division round matchup.
Lutz with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Just a 4-play drive that time.
And it was Jahan Dotson with a touchdown catch to finish things off.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
From the 10. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
Here come the Seahawks now, set to take over on offense. And for them, maybe a little carryover from last week's game. They got the win on the road in the wild card round, on the road here again in the divisional round, but they're hanging tough.
Hey, cue a little music, right? We're on the road again. I mean, this has been kind of the mantra they're under right now, and they can't change it. The season dictated what would happen with them, right? They had to go on the road for the first round for the playoffs. They're on the road again, and sometimes teams get really comfortable with that. Not only the idea of going on the road and shocking the world, but just, hey, it's just us. We don't have to worry about outside distractions. It's just us. Let's go play.
It becomes that us against the world mentality, doesn't it?
And while it may be overplayed, in the media, it's real when it comes time to play ball.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Sticking with Walker on 2nd down.
And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Taking a shot for Samuel. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
The offense schemed going 5 wide, trying to create a chance for the big shot, and they took it. If he comes down with that one, that's a huge offensive swing. But credit the defense with a nice play, knocking that one away.
And that is no good. And this will stay at a 7-point game.
And anytime you see a kicker trot out and try one for 56 yards, you know everything's got to come off perfectly for it to have a chance. If the laces aren't quite right, if he doesn't hit the fat part of the ball just right, it's unlikely to go through, and that one winds up no good.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw.
And this is taken in for a Washington touchdown.
From 17 yards out.
And the Commanders are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Lutz good on the extra point, and it's now 14-0. The long touchdown pass gets him 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. And now this offense comes back out onto the field.
They trail here early in this division round game as they seek a spot in the NFC title bout. On 1st and 10, Bell. And that's going to be incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. Looking to throw. Bell
setting up the screen here. This is Walker.
And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
That's a nice design there, but sometimes, though, you get so many blockers out ahead of you, they kind of slow you down and force you to adjust. You always appreciate guys trying to help you, but maybe one less there could have turned this into a bigger game.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. (14-0) the score. This is the NFL.
Second quarter now from our nation's capital, and it's Washington in possession of the football.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll.
It has been about as perfect of a start to this game as these guys could have asked for, Charles. They've scored on their first 2 drives. They still haven't given anything up on the other side of the ball, so they can already make this a 3-score game here if they can come away with points on this drive.
Yeah, they're almost pushing them to the brink, aren't they, partner? Almost to the point now where it's a loss of words for me, which I know would excite all of our viewers, but you're just not supposed to see that type of dominance so quickly in a game like this. Everything they've done has been working so far. Offense, defense, you name it, it's going well for them.
On 1st and 10, it's Robinson.
And he's got room. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Again, it's Robinson. And he's going to get this one down inside the 15. A good run, got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3.
2nd down and a run by Robinson.
And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3.
They scored touchdowns on drives 1 and 2, and now they're trying to make it a...
And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington.
Brian Robinson Jr.
A 3-yard touchdown run.
And the Commanders continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead.
Lutz with the extra point, and that makes the score 21-0. So that drives 7 plays in length.
And it was capped off by the touchdown run for Brian Robinson.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
The Seattle now ready to march onto the field. They trail early on the road in the playoffs. Not a great combination as they've got it 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Bell.
And that is incomplete. Now the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. Back to throw. Bell. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Bell steps away to his left. That's complete to DK Metcalf. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. He was so vital in their wild card win a week ago. 8 catches in that game. This is his first one in this affair. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Rush coming, and he's taken down. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's 2nd down.
These sacks now, they're starting to pile up, Charles, and that front 7 defensively, they've had their way with this offensive line.
And I think at this stage, we have to start thinking about different play calls. We've got to start helping this quarterback out because the entire game he's been under siege. I don't care what the down and distance, they've got to get the ball in his hands a lot quicker.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
So, Charles, this a defense that hasn't made a lot of mistakes like this on the road to this playoff matchup, but that a bad one there.
Yeah, you definitely want to rattle and shake up the other quarterback, but you know you've got to do it the right way. Otherwise, that cloth's going to be on the ground.
Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. Back to throw. Bell. His pass caught at the 4.
And the Seahawks are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
Here's Walker.
And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
Defensively, he has been a presence in their backfield in the first half. Had a sack earlier, and now he comes up with a big tackle for a loss.
Dancing to his, and he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line.
Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts,
as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And this is going to be intercepted.
Picked off by J.C. Horn. And the Commanders are going to have the football at their own 1-yard line. The defense looked geared up to stop the run, but obviously, Charles, they were ready for the pass, too.
Yeah, they were hoping they could catch everyone crashing and playing the run, but that was a very ill-advised throw right there. The opportunity lost.
And they're going to have a 1st down, and they're in field goal range as well as they're down inside the 20. 91 yards rushing for him now as he has been strong here in the first half of this divisional round matchup.
Slings this deep from McLaurin. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
They'll go play action. Howell. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. 3rd and long. Here's Howell. Able to connect with Dotson. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. It's caught at the 10. Touchdown, Washington. A great play there as the first half is winding down. And the Commanders are able to widen their lead here in this first half. Lutz good on the extra point, and the rout is on here in this first half. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. And the Seahawks offense going to get one final possession in this first half. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Well, this defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on defense hitting it once, you get first half.
Pressure comes and down he goes. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. Here's Michael Dixon now to punt. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Fielded at about the 28. So we've come upon halftime here in this NFC division. Well, look around the NFL. We'll have to wait for postgame because we are moving right through halftime and on to the 3rd quarter. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. A trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway. Here come the Commanders for the first possession of the 3rd quarter. And they're in the position they expected to be in. They've got the lead, home crowd behind them, and they're looking toward making that next step in these playoffs.
And I think a key for them is to put together some good, long, extended drives. Work to run it a little more with that big offensive line. I'm not saying get away from throwing the football. That's still working. But if they run it more effectively, they may get even bigger plays in the passing game.
Back to Robinson now on 1st down. And this is going to be a Commander's first down as he's able to get this up past the 40.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 134 yards rushing for him now in the ball game as he is trying to will his guys to the championship round next weekend. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. On 1st down, Howell. He's going to rifle one deep left side. He's got it. Touchdown, Commanders. Jahan Dotson. with his second touchdown of the night. And the Commanders have taken a 5-touchdown lead. Lutz with the extra point, and that makes this 35-0 now. A 4-play drive spanning 80 yards. And it was Jahan Dotson with a touchdown catch to finish things off. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Seahawks offensive unit. They'll have it first to begin the third. They'll run with Walker to begin the drive. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down. And right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains. On 3rd down, Bell. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Call it a loss of 4 there on the sack. And speaking of the number 4, it brings up 4th down now. Now here's Michael Dixon as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Fielded just inside the 30. Almost outkicked his coverage there. 48-yard punt, but 10 on the return. And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. They start on the ground with Robinson here. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. They'll run again here with Robinson. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. It's a pickup of 12 and a Commander's 1st down.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
They'll throw on 1st down. Here's Howell. Middle of the field, he's got McLaurin. And they'll work this down inside the 30. They're going to hurry back to the line now. 1st down, Howell to throw. And yet again, it's McLaurin. And he's going to get this down near the 25. From the 25, here's 2nd and 6. Now Howell. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. And once more, Howell back to the air. This is caught. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin from 8 yards out. And the Commanders will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd. Lutz good on the extra point, and it is 42-0. So the drive there took 6 plays. And it's finished off by a Terry McLaurin touchdown. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. And Seattle now ready to march out of the field. Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. Or win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles. But I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
1 quarter remains for a trip to the NFC title game. Back now here on EA Sports. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. Hard to believe his first catch of the game defensively. They bottled him up. That's why they're well on their way to victory.
Put your best cover guy on him and then change the coverages behind him throughout the game. Brackets, double, zone, man, you name it. Make sure he gets a lot of angles.
And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35. Back to throw again. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down. Looking to throw. Bell. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on.
Roughing the passer, defense.
Well, that frustration, Charles, it's been building on the defensive side of the ball, and unfortunately there, it turns into a roughing the passer penalty.
Yeah, and they should be frustrated because he's picked them apart the entire game, but it's got to come out in a different way. You can't hit him illegally. Stop him downfield the way you're supposed to.
2 yards the loss, second and 12. Operating from the gun, Bell. And this will be caught by Metcalf for a Seahawk touchdown. From 17 yards out. And the Seahawks are finally into the end zone here in this fourth quarter. Point after, right down the middle as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Taken at the goal line. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And they have made this look easy. Now, there's not supposed to be anything easy about the NFL playoffs, but this lead, yes, they're at home, but this has been impressive.
And we hear all the time when upsets happen, teams go on the road, that maybe home field advantage isn't all it's cracked up to be. But you and I both know the reality is teams really fight hard to get it. Why? You don't ever have to change routine. Everything's familiar going into the game. It makes things easier, and that has paid off for them in a big way in this contest.
Slings this deep from McLaurin. And got his man complete. Touchdown, Washington.
Selma, man, another touchdown. They're looking like the #1 seed that they earned throughout the year. Looking pretty dominant right now.
We knew the road to the Super Bowl would run right through this stadium. Somebody's going to have to come in here and beat these guys. Good luck. I don't think it's happening this weekend.
No, definitely not this weekend. And for anyone else out there, bring your game.
Buyer beware. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. And the Seahawks get ready to trot out on the field. Their hopes of advancing past this divisional round hanging by a thread, if that, as they begin here with a 1st and 10 on the wrong side of the scoreboard. Throwing to start the drive. Bell over the middle, complete to Samuel. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. Back to throw. Bell firing quickly here, and that's complete. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's second down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. That's Samuel, caught left side. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Again, he'll drop to throw.
And that's knocked away and incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away.
And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds.
There's Terry McLaurin, such an exciting pass catcher as this offense comes out for their next drive.
And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this, but it's usually not by himself, is it? Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down. That one looks like he'll throw here. He's got it to Williams.
And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
Well, partner, nothing but praise from me for this offense. They have been tremendous all night long. They knew what they had to do to unlock the defense. And let's face it, this has been a master class in offensive football that we've been here to witness.
Powell to the air on 1st and 10.
Finding Williams once more, complete.
And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
And the offense moving quickly to the line.
Powell throwing on 1st down here.
And it's caught. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Wants to try to add the PAT. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So that drive, 4 plays. And the result, a touchdown for Washington. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. But we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Bell. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
The Commanders are moving on as we say goodnight, everybody.